Vande Matram to all respected teachers, dear parents, and my fellow friends. It fills our heart with immense joy to welcome you all to the class presentation by classes 7B and 7C, a celebration of ideas, inspiration, and India.
Today, we stand on a stage that echoes the voice of legends, voices that have shaped our nation and continue to light our path like a young minds like ours.
The theme of our presentation is Voices of Bharat, the journey through the spirit of India, inspired by the four eternal pillars of Sri Aurobindo's philosophy: wisdom, strength, harmony, and perfection.
We have brought iconic speeches and messages from some of the India's most inspiring personalities.
From the courageous call of Bharat Mata to uh, to the thoughtful reflections of scientists, poets, freedom fighters, and sports heroes.
Each segment will connect us from values that help us to become better human, better citizen, and better student.
We've also added joyful dance performances, energizing yoga, and light-hearted fillers because learning is not only about thought but also about joy, creation, and movement.
But before we start the journey of voices and values, let us take a moment to center ourselves.
Before we start with our presentation, let's begin a moment of silence.
There is a divine will that wants to manifest itself in physical life. Our aim is to discover that divine will and to work for its manifestation in physical life. The Mother.
Thank you.
And now, let the voices rise. Let
the
Bharat
Bharat
speak.
speak.
And
And
let
let
this
the
celebration
celebration
by
by
7B
7B
and
and
7C
7C
begin.
begin.
A force in her that toiled since the earth was made, accomplishing in life the great world plan, pursued in her its labor of the gods. These lines from Savitri speak of a divine strength within her, a force that has worked since the beginning of time to fulfill a greater purpose. In her, the work of the gods continues, silent, strong, and sacred.
विज्ञान संपन्ना नमस्ते भारतं प्रिये
हे देवी तुम भारत हे देवी तुम भारत की माता हो। तुम ही वास्तव में शोभा युक्त हो। तुम ज्ञान और विज्ञान से संपन्न हो। हे प्रिय भारत माता, तुम्हें नमस्कार है, बार बार नमस्कार है।
Our Bharat Mata is the soul of our civilization, not bound by borders, not just rivers, temples, or tricolors, but the beating heart of every nation. Her children have always spoken for her, even when she stayed silent.
Presenting the powerful voice of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, speaking for Bharat Mata.
Brothers and sisters of my beloved Bharat Mata, I stand before you today not as a politician, not as a leader seeking applause, but as a soldier, a son of the soil, and a servant to my motherland. For too long, we have begged for freedom with folded hands. We have waited, pleaded, while our mother was chained and humiliated. But I say this enough. Freedom is not given, it is taken. And it must be taken by those who are ready to give everything, even their blood. Yes, I ask you, not for your prayers, not for your sympathy, but for your sacrifice. Give me blood and I shall give you freedom. तुम मुझे खून दो और मैं तुमको आजादी दूंगा. We are not fighting against men. We are fighting against centuries of slavery. We are fighting for the right to walk with dignity, to walk with our heads held high, to rebuild our nation, not as a colony, but as a proud, independent mother of civilizations. I have seen brave sons and daughters of India from every corner of this land. Join our cause with no fear in the hearts. The Indian National Army is not just an army of rifles and uniforms, it is an army of duty, of love, of unshakable belief in Bharat Mata. I ask you, will you watch from the shadows or will you march with us into the fire of freedom? Our enemies may have guns, but we have something greater. We have hope, we have faith, and we have the blessings of our mother. So rise, rise for her, rise for Bharat Mata. Let the world know that India is not a nation of slaves, but of warriors, of patriots, of saints ready to die for a smile. The road ahead is hard, but at the end of it stands freedom. Arms open, waiting for her children to come home. Jai Hind!
Thank you, Netaji. Your fiery words have ignited the spirit of freedom in every heart. And now we welcome the voice that turned pain into poetry, the nightingale of India, the one who called our land Mother India with pride, Sarojini Naidu.
It is a great honor to stand before you in this historic city. In these past weeks, I have traveled through your province, from the sacred banks of the Gangas to the industrial heart of Kanpur, from the royal memories of Lucknow to the vibrant energy of Aligarh, and everywhere. I have seen a new spirit rising. India is no longer dreaming, it's beginning to act. I'm not a politician. I do not claim to understand the intricate details of political strategies, but I do understand the deeper truths, the enduring principles of love, faith, and patriotism. These are the visions that have guided every great movement in history. Let us shape a new destiny for our motherland, the one built not on differences, but on shared visions of united India.
Thank you, Sarojini ji. Your words were not just poetry, they were a song of courage, echoing through the soul of India. And now, from the voice of the nation, we invite a woman who touched the skies and showed us the power of dreams. Kalpana Chawla.
Namaste, everyone. Today, I want to talk about the motherland that nurtured me, inspired me, and propelled me to reach for the stars. I'm proud to call myself an Indian, and I'm honored to pay tribute to Bharat Mata. Bharat Mata, you're the embodiment of love, compassion, and sacrifice. Your rich history, diverse culture, and breathtaking landscapes have captivated hearts of people around the world. From the snow capped Himalayas to the sun kissed beaches of Tamil Nadu, your beauty is unparalleled. As an astronaut, I had the privilege of seeing our planet from the space, and I must say, the view of India from up there is breathtaking. The view of India from up there is breathtaking. Bharat Mata, you have given me so much. You have given me the gift of life, the gift of education, and the gift of pursuing my dreams. I'm forever grateful to you. As we move forward, let us remember the values that you have taught us: hard work, compassion, and dedication. Bharat Mata, let us strive to make you proud. Let us work towards building a brighter future for ourselves and for generations to come. Thank you, Bharat Mata. I salute you.
Thank you, Kalpana Chawla. Your journey from the Karnal to Cosmos reminds us that no dream is too distant. And now, from the silence of space to the roar of revolution, we invite a fearless son of Bharat Mata, a spirit that never surrendered, Chandrasekhar Azad.
Today, I stand before you to pay tribute to the land that has given us so much, our Bharat Mata. With her rich history, diverse culture, and breathtaking landscapes, is a symbol of love, compassion, and sacrifice. As a freedom fighter, I've seen the struggles of our nation, from the Jallianwala Bagh massacre to the non-cooperation movement. We fought tirelessly for our freedom, and through it all, Bharat Mata has been our guiding light. I remember that day when I was whipped by the British police for participating in the non cooperation movement. And with every whip stroke, I shouted, Bharat Mata ki jai. And that's when I knew I would sacrifice my life in fighting for our nation's freedom. Today, I call upon all of you to join me in this fight for freedom, to build a nation together that is free, prosperous, and strong, and to show the whole world what it means to be Indian, to be proud of our heritage, and to love our Bharat Mata. Jai Hind!
Thank you, Azad ji. Your fearless words still echo like thunder in the heart of every Indian. A reminder that freedom was won with fire and sacrifice. And now, we welcome the voice that made a nation weep, the golden voice of India, Lata Mangeshkar, singing "Ae Mere Watan Ke Logon."
आज मैं एक गाना अपनी भारत माता को समर्पित करना चाहूंगी। हाँ
Lata Didi. Your voice did what even words cannot. And now we welcome a true hero, a soldier of Mother India, to share not just her words, but the beating heart of every Jawan.
भारत माता के बच्चों ने उन्हें हर युग में आवाज दी। आज हमें उनकी बातों को सिर्फ याद नहीं, जीना है। उनकी कुर्बानियों में भारत है, उनके सपनों में भारत है और हमारे हाथों में भी भारत है।
मैं तुम सब में हूँ, तुम सब मेरे हो। मुझे पूजा नहीं समर्पण चाहिए। आओ हम मिलकर एक नया भारत बनाएं।
जय हिंद।
Bharat Mata is not just a land, she is a soul of knowledge, strength, and truth. And now, as we move forward, we begin with the first pillar of Sri Aurobindo's vision wisdom, the light that guides every step of a nation's journey.
Wisdom is not just the knowledge in books, but the deeper understanding of truth, of right action, and the soul purpose.
It is this light of wisdom that must shine first in our thoughts, our choices, and our vision for the nation.
Let us now listen to the voices that carry this light, the seers, the thinkers, the wise who remind us what it means to truly know.
Presenting the voice of people's president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and let's see what happens when the missile man of India walks into a college hall and students get to ask him anything, without filters, without fear. Let us take you into one such dream moment.
आप लोग कैसे माइक ऑफ कर लेते हो आप लोग?
How are you all?
Sir, we are fine.
Please sit down.
Sir, we
Yes?
have read your speeches, your books, but tell us what were your biggest dreams for India?
Okay, you are referring to my three visions for India. My first vision is freedom. India got its first vision in 1857 when we started the War of Independence, and it got intensified in 1957 But we must really ask, are we really free to innovate, to develop, to speak without fear?
So, freedom is good, but what about Wi Fi? My hostel has freedom but no signal.
Good joke, young girl. But remember, true development is more than bandwidth. My second vision for India is development. For the past 50 years, we were developing a nation. We have the resources, we have the minds. What we lack is attitude.
Well said, sir. But, sir, how do we change that attitude when people around us say, ये तो इंडिया है, कुछ नहीं हो सकता?
That is exactly what we must stop saying. I want every Indian to say, I can do it, we can do it, and India can do it. And if someone still says, Kuch nahi hoga, ask them politely to eat go samosa and let the us of bus build rockets.
Sir, tell us honestly, do you get angry like satellites fail or passwords don't work?
Oh, many passwords have tested my patience. But remember, anger does not launch rockets, vision does. And besides, remember, do not read success stories. You'll only get a message. Read failure stories. You'll get ideas.
Sir, on a serious note, how do we find the courage to keep going? Many of us fail again and again.
Young girl, I failed too. I was rejected from becoming a pilot, but I never gave up. Failure will never overtake me if my determination is strong enough to succeed.
Sir, one last thing. What's your message to the youth of India?
My message?
Yes, sir.
Dear students, my message is dream, dream, and dream. Never stop dreaming. Not at 15, not at 50. And if someone still laughs at you, give them a free ticket to your success. Repeat after me. Now, I would like to conclude this interview with a speech. If you pollute your duty,
A.
you do not need to salute anyone. But if you pollute your duty, you need to salute everyone. Be courageous. Be righteous. Be you. Jai Hind.
A heartfelt thank you to A heartfelt thank you to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam for showing us that true wisdom lies in knowledge to inspire and uplift.
To move on with the presentation, we would now like to invite the scientific brilliance and Nobel laureate Dr. C.V. Raman as he shares his vision on the theme of wisdom.
My young friends, today I do not speak to you merely as a scientist, but as a fellow seeker of truth. In my life, I have understand that knowledge alone is not enough. What we need is wisdom. Wisdom is the light that helps us use knowledge rightly. It is not born in books, but in the courage to question, humility to listen, and strength to act with purpose. I often say, ask the right question, and nature will open the doors to her secrets. That is what science taught me. The Raman effect was not discovered by an accident. It came by years of patient observation, hard work, and an unshaken belief that India can stand tall in the world of science. Let me tell you, wisdom is not an imitation. We Indians must have faith in our own minds. We are here to a civilization rich in thought, yet we must also lead the world with modern discovery. I believe the true wealth of a nation do not lie in gold, but in the intellectual and moral strength of its people. That is wisdom. I failed many times, but I learned each time. As I often say, I am the master of my failures. If I never fail, how will I learn? Wisdom teaches us to see failure not as defeat, but as the first step towards discovery. I urge you to think independently, to be honest in your efforts, and to never stop learning. Do not chase only marks, chase meanings. Let your mind be sharp, but your heart be kind. Science, if it does not serve humanity, is of no use. Wisdom is when learning becomes service and service becomes our purpose. For that is what India truly needs. Thank you. Jai Hind!
Thank you, sir, C.V. Raman. Your brilliance lit the path towards Indian science, proving that true wisdom does not lie in only knowledge but vision.
And with that, we conclude our journey through the theme of wisdom.
Well, now it's time for a light-hearted twist, presenting a fun-filled face-off where modern gadgets meets old-school genius. Let's enjoy our filler skit AI versus Grandma, because sometimes wisdom comes not from wires but from wrinkles.
Daddy, meet Alexa. It's like a robot who listens and talks.
Okay, so he is Alexa. Now I can see him. People have been saying Alexa is good, Alexa is nice. But talking and listening, even your grandpa does that, and he's 83.
Okay, Daddy, let's ask him a question. Alexa, what's the weather today?
Today in Lucknow, it is 36 degrees and mostly sunny.
Useless. I knew that by touching the floor with my feet this morning.
Oh, Grandma, you are too much. Now you only ask him a question.
Okay, so if you insist me, Alexa, how to make crispy pakoras?
To make crispy pakoras, mix.
Wait. Mixing? Totally wrong. First you call your neighbors and then deep fry them. Who eat pakoras alone?
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Even I didn't understand your recipe. You're not I am I. Ancient intelligence.
What's going on here?
Oh, you keep sitting. You don't know anything. Her friend Alexa is totally useless. He can't even find my specs.
It's your fault. Why can't you keep your specs in the right place?
Okay, whatever. Alexa, can you help me finding my specs?
Sorry, I can't help you with that.
Okay, I'll find by my own. Where are my specs? Oh, there they are. See, I found them. He can't even do such a simple job. I win.
I know you are Asian intelligence, but it's a technology.
Yes, Daddy, please try to understand. It's a robot and it will answer all your questions.
You both are ridiculous. I'm moving.
Wait, I'm also coming with you.
Wait, Daddy. Come, Alexa.
From the depths of science to the heights of dreams, we just heard the voices of two of India's brightest minds, Dr. C.V. Raman and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, whose wisdom illuminated the path for generations to follow. But wisdom alone cannot. But wisdom alone cannot work.
but wisdom cannot hold the truth alone. But wisdom alone cannot help in upholding the truth. To protect, to protect wisdom, to protect harmony, wisdom must walk hand in hand with strength, strength of will, of spirit, and of actions.
We now move to the third pillar of Sri Aurobindo's vision, the pillar of strength. Now, as we step into this theme, our fellow classmates will now present the timeless prayer, a prayer of a fearless awakened India by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, a soul-stirring prayer for our nation, where the mind is without fear and head is held high.
Where the mind is without fear by Rabindranath Tagore.
Where the mind is without fear
And the head is held high.
where knowledge is free.
And the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls.
Where the words come out from the depth of truth.
Where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection.
Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit.
Where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thoughts and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake.
Gurudev Tagore words awakened a vision of India, fearless, enlightened, and strong, and carry forward that very spirit of strength and self belief. We now turn to a leader whose voice echoes with the determination of billion dreams.
A visionary who has redefined leadership with clarity, courage, and conviction. Please welcome our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, as he shares his thought on rising India.
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, आज मैं आपसे उस शब्द पर बात करने जा रहा हूं जो हमारे देश की असली पहचान है, शक्ति। शक्ति केवल शरीर की ताकत का नाम नहीं है। असली शक्ति हमारे मन, दिल और चरित्र में होती है। देखो, ये हमारे सैनिक हैं। हमारे सैनिक कड़कड़ाती ठंड और गर्मी में भी सीमा पर डटे रहते हैं। ये है असली शक्ति। और ये हमारे किसान दिन रात खेतों में मेहनत करते हैं, तो ये शक्ति है। उनकी मेहनत हमें जीवन देती है। और ये हमारे वैज्ञानिक सीमित साधनों में भी अंतरिक्ष पहुंच जाते हैं, तो ये है शक्ति का उदाहरण। लेकिन याद रखो मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, शक्ति का मतलब क्रोध या जोर जबरदस्ती नहीं है। शक्ति का मतलब धैर्य, जो हम थक जाएं, साहस जब हम डरें और दया जब हम स्वयं दुखी हों। मैं आप सभी से कहता हूँ, पढ़ाई में शक्ति बनाओ, काम में शक्ति बनाओ और अपने आचरण व संस्कारों में शक्ति बनाओ। जब हम अंदर से मजबूत होते हैं तो कोई भी परेशानी हमें तोड़ नहीं सकती। हम पेड़ की तरह झुक सकते हैं लेकिन गिरेंगे नहीं। हर बच्चा, हर युवा भारत की शक्ति है। तुम्हारा आत्मबल ही तुम्हारा भविष्य तय करेगा। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद। We thank you, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, for your powerful words that reminds us of India's strength, resilience, and the spirit of self-reliance.
Strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the courage to dream beyond limits, to rise above stereotypes, and to represent Bharat on the global stage with pride. Please welcome our next personality who embodies grace, resilience, and fearless ambition, Miss Priyanka Chopra.
Why fit inside the glass slipper when you can shatter the glass ceiling? This core resonates deeply with me, and I believe it's important for all of us to remember. As women, we're often expected to conform to societal norms, but I say let's break free from those expectations and forge our own paths. I've had my fair share of challenges from facing racism in film industry, and I've learned that true strength lies in not just in perseverance but in flaws and imperfections. My parents taught me the value of hard work, compassion, and giving back to the community. As a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, I witnessed first-hand impact of education in girls' life. As society, it's our responsibility to be the voice of the voiceless and create a world where every girl can thrive. To all the young girls and women out there, I want to say you're powerful beyond measure. Believe in yourself, take risks, and never give up. In the end, it's not about breaking the glass slipper, it's about shattering the limitations that society sets for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyanka Chopra, for inspiring words. A beautiful reminder that no matter where we go, the heart of India beats within us.
True strength is the courage to stand up when the world stands against you. Our next voice is that of Savitri Bai Phule, a courageous reformer who led the path of education for women in the time of darkness. Her life speaks of fearless strength born from purpose and compassion.
On this auspicious moment, I am deeply humbled to address you all. I would like to start with the time in our country, not so long ago, when the sight of a girl holding a book was seen as defiance, when the idea of a woman in a classroom wasn't inspiring but threatening. I know this because I lived it. When I entered into a classroom, not as a student, but a teacher, I wasn't welcomed with garlands, but with silence, with suspicion. Some laughed, some mocked, and many believed that a woman had no right teaching others how to think, to speak, to rise. I'm here today to say no more. We'll not whisper our dreams, we'll shout them aloud. We'll not ask for permission to learn because education is not a privilege or a gift granted by someone. It is a right, a torch that lights up the path to equality, dignity, and strength. When you give a girl a book, you're not just showing her how to read, but how to think, to question, to lead, to change her world. I've seen it with my own eyes. A girl, once trapped in the shadows, now stands tall, reading aloud, her voice steady and strong. This is the power of education. So, to all of you, teachers, parents, students, citizens, our duty is clear. Break every barrier that keeps a girl out of school. that judges a child by her caste, gender, or where she was born. Let us build a place where every girl holds a book in her hand and courage in her heart. This is not just about literacy, this is about justice, freedom, power, and above all, about hope. Let every girl rise and say, I matter, I can, I will. Remember, if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate a family, a society, a nation. In the end, I offer my deepest gratitude to the one who stood beside me when the world turned away, my husband, Jyotiba Phule, who believed in me when few did. He stood beside me, not ahead of me. And together, we dreamt of a world where every girl could learn, grow, and shine. His courage lit the flame that became our shared mission. For all that, I thank him with all my heart. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Savitribai Phule. Your words and legacy remind us that the true strength lies not just in power, but in courage to educate, uplift, and break barriers. Now I would like to invite Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, former Prime Minister of India.
नमस्कार। मैं इस भारत देश का प्रधानमंत्री श्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी। हम सब यह जानते हैं कि भारत में हमेशा शांति रही है, पर अब इस भारत देश की शांति कायम रखने के लिए हमें बल प्रयोग भी करना पड़ेगा। इस बार जब भारत ने दुश्मनों में अपने पांव जमाने की कोशिश की, तो वायुसेना को मैदान में उतारने में हमने कोई संकोच नहीं किया। पाकिस्तान हक्का बक्का रह गया। वह सोचते हैं हिंदुस्तान में सरकार नहीं है, हिंदुस्तान की सरकार काम चलाऊ कहते हैं, जहां लोगों को सिर्फ चुनाव की चिंता रहती है। ये आपस में ही लड़ेंगे तो अपनी स्पर्धा में फंसेंगे कि नहीं? जहां जमीन दबाकर बैठ जाओ, कोई हटाने वाला नहीं, कोई पूछने वाला नहीं। पर हमने ऐसा नहीं होने दिया। हमारा विश्वास भले ही लोकसभा में खत्म हो चुका हो, पर भारत देश की 100 करोड़ जनता में हमारा विश्वास आज भी कायम है और हमने अपने कर्तव्य के प्रति हर जगह जागरूकता दिखाई। और इस कारगिल युद्ध की दुखद स्थिति में बहुत सारी माताओं ने अपने बेटों को खोया, अपने भाइयों को खोया, और कारगिल की इस चोटियों पर सिपाहियों ने जो अपने रक्त से इतिहास लिखा है, आने वाली पीढ़ियां उनसे प्रेरणा लेती रहेंगी, उनको नमन करती रहेंगी। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
With that, we conclude our celebrations of strength. The strength that lies in courage, resilience, and the will to stand tall for what is right. Thank you.
After that delightful face off between tradition and technology, it's time to return to the balance within and around us.
We now move to the theme of harmony, a value that teaches us to live in peace with ourselves, with others, and with nature.
And what better way to express harmony than through the graceful flow of yoga, India's timeless gift to inner stillness and our outer strength.
Presenting a yoga performance by our fellow students celebrating the unity of body, mind, and spirit. ऊपर से पकड़ना नीचे से नीचे नीचे
Well, that was a wonderful performance.
Bharat Mata has always heard her children in stadiums, in songs, in classrooms, and in boardrooms.
But today, they speak again, not by speeches, but by heartfelt letters of harmony.
One by one, the torchbearers of our land from the field of sport industry, poetry, and the very soil we stand upon come forward to share their letters.
Now, let's listen closely, as they are not just letters, they are the prayers of harmony.
From the arena of courage, the golden javelin of peace, Neeraj Chopra.
From the battlefield of calm leadership, the silent finisher, M.S. Dhoni.
From the realm of poetry and prayer, the seer of a universal song, Ravindranath Tagore.
From the world of ethical enterprise, the man who willed with dignity, Ratan Tata.
And finally, she who nurtures us all, ancient wounded, yet ever giving, Mother Earth herself.
Let the letters begin. Let harmony speak.
Dear Bharat Mata, when I stood on this Olympic Dear Bharat Mata, when I stood on this Olympic podium, it was not just my win, it was yours. At that moment, India wasn't divided by any state or language, only one tricolor view. May we always celebrate each other victory as our own. With every throw, I carry your hopes. You're always Neeraj.
A good dressing room atmosphere. A good dressing room atmosphere, having belief in yourself and enjoying each other's success. We can put everything onto it. A lot of things happen around cricket, but we need to be focused when we are representing our country. This is one thing our team has done really well. A lot of things will happen in our life, but we need to be focused on the job. Forever your soldier in blue, MS Dhoni.
My beloved Bharat, you are a song of rivers, colors, and languages. Harmony is not sameness, it is your ability to let every voice find its note. Let no border divide your rhythm, no hatred silence your music. May we all live as one melody. Rabindranath Tagore.
Respected Bharat Mata, the corporate world has to exist side by side, complement each other, and move together to make the country rise. Whenever this has ceased to happen, the nations of sort have tumbled economically. The Indian business world seems to envy or frown on success. The net result is that we tend to pull each other down needlessly. Industry in India needs to be more prepared to help each other, more trusting, and more collaborative than they are. In this way, Indian business could be proud of what they have achieved.
My children, you are in unity, yet you forget that your roots are buried in me. Your rivers cry, your forests fall. Protect me and protect yourself. Restore harmony with nature, and your future shall not echo silence, your earth.
Bharat Mata, we have heard your children. They are our heroes. Their words are now ours to live by. We promise to be united in purpose,
respectful in thought, and kind in action. In every step forward, we choose harmony.
Now, let's take a cheerful detour because even in the age of artificial intelligence, there is one force that refuses to back down, our beloved Nanima. Get ready for a fun filled face off between artificial intelligence and Asian technology, presenting Nanima versus ChatGPT, where tech meets tradition and sparks are bound to fly.
नानी नानी आप क्या कर रही हो? कुछ नहीं बेटा, बताओ तुमको मुझसे क्या काम है? अरे यह चैट जीपीटी है, इसका दिमाग रोबोट जैसा है और ये सब कुछ कर सकता है। अच्छा, तो ये है चैट जीपीटी। मैंने सुना है कि इसको सब कुछ मालूम है। जरा इससे पता करके लगवाओ कि मेरे सोने के कंगन कहाँ रखे हैं। अरे नानी आप भी ना, यह कंगन वंगन नहीं ढूंढता है, यह होमवर्क में मदद कर सकता है, यह रेसिपी बता सकता है, कहानियां कविताएं लिख सकता है और भी बहुत। आजकल के कंप्यूटर कहाँ जाने नानी के नुस्खे। अच्छा चलो, इससे जरा सर्दी का इलाज पता करके लगवाओ। चैट जीपीटी सर्दी के इलाज बताओ।
सर्दी से राहत पाने के लिए आराम करें, पानी पिएं और गर्म पेय जैसे सूप या हर्बल चाय लें।
बस इतना ही था इलाज? ना अजवाइन की पोटली, ना सरसों का तेल, ये तो नानी के नुस्खे खा ही गया। ये तो गूगल की नकल है, नकल। अरे नानी अब आप ही पूछ लो, मैं जा रहा हूँ पढ़ने। ठीक है तुम जाओ पढ़ने। अच्छा चैट जी, जरा ये बताओ, परफेक्ट आलू पराठे बनाने की जरा विधि बता दो मुझे।
आलू पराठा बनाने के लिए आटा गूंदें, आलू का मसाला तैयार करें, बेलें और तवे पर सेकें।
गलत, बिल्कुल गलत। इसमें प्यार और डांट कहाँ है? पराठे फूकेगा कौन? और पोते को खिलाने भी तो है। अरे हाँ, मुझे आलू के पराठे खाने हैं। तुम तो पढ़ने गए थे, तुमको आलू के पराठे की याद कैसे आ गई? अरे बस मन कर गया।
माफ कीजिए, मैं भावनात्मक बातें नहीं समझता।
अच्छा, तो ये भावनात्मक बातें नहीं समझ पाता है। अच्छा चलो, चैट जी जरा। अरे नहीं नानी, चैट जी नहीं, चैट जीपीटी। तो ये जीपीटी है, मैं तो एनपीटी हूँ, नानी परंपरा टेक्नोलॉजी। अच्छा चलो, मेरे पोते को सुलाने के लिए तुम क्या उसको लोरी सुनाओगे, या फिर उसके सर पे तेल लगाओगे, या फिर उसको आजादी के सच्चे किस्से सुनाओगे?
मैं कहानियां बना सकता हूँ, लेकिन मैं शारीरिक कार्य या निजी यादें नहीं निभा सकता।
तो फिर मैं तो जीत ही गई। चलो हटो यहाँ से, मेरे पास अभी इस सब का समय नहीं है, मुझे अभी अचार भी डालने जाना है। अरे नानी नानी, अरे माइक मोहक मोहक मोहक।
We have heard the soul of India. We have heard the soul of India, speaking in letters of unity, compassion, and peace. This was harmony, not just an idea, but a living force that binds us all together. Here, Bharat Mata calls upon her children to rise beyond comfort, to shine, to sweat, to stumble, and get rise again. For perfection, not in result, but in efficiency. Not in being flawless, but shining fearlessly. So now let's listen closely.
But harmony alone is not the end, it is the foundation. And as we step forward, we meet the next pillar of Sri Aurobindo's vision, perfection.
Vande Mataram,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
Vande
Vande
Mataram,
Mataram,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Vande Matram, kids, please have your seats. Children, you seem to be a bit upset today. What happened?
Ma'am, we just got our inter-school competition result. We tried so hard. Yet again, second place. What is the point?
Exactly. It's always the same. Some people are just born perfect. Maybe this just isn't for us.
Ma'am, you know, my father always says, do your best, but when it's never enough, how does it even matter?
My dear students, when the road seems endless and results fall short, remember, perfection does not mean being flawless. It means rising, refining, and striving. As Sri Aurobindo said, that perfection lies not in outcomes, but in perfecting the efforts in every act done with sincerity, faith, and will.
Ma'am, if it is so, could you please give us any example which proves true perfection does not lie in the outcome?
Yes, my dear students, I do believe there are certain personalities whose voices will motivate you all. So let us listen to the voice of Sam Manekshaw.
Gentlemen, perfection is not a bonus. It's your moral duty. You cannot let men if you don't let yourself with discipline. Perf- if you don't let yourself with discipline.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring words. Now, moving further, let us listen to the voice of PV Sindhu.
Vande Mataram, dear students. Do you know that every medal I have earned carries the sweat of countless failures behind it? It is the daily grind, the unseen practice, and that is, my dear students, perfection.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, moving further, let us listen to the voice of Indra Nui.
Vande Mataram students, there are many books about leadership, of which I have read various of them. But there is one thing that I've learned which is not in the books. It is the importance of having a relentless passion for excellence. We must constantly learn, unlearn, and relearn. We should be a learning organization. I call this the question for perfection.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, finally, let us listen to the inspiring voice of Narayan Murthy.
The need of the day is to focus on our employees, take quick, tough, and firm decisions, communicate these decisions with clarity and speed, imagination and excellence, and exceed the expectations of our can exceed the expectations of our customers and investors. We will overcome the current challenges too if we demonstrate the same aspiration, determination, commitment, and hard work as we did in the past. Executing this strategy may require me to change some of my long held beliefs. But then I too remember Sir Winston Churchill's words that improvements require change, and the quest for perfection requires us to change as often as necessary. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, children, what did you learn from them?
Ma'am, we learned that they failed, they struggled, but they kept going. They were not born perfect, they became perfect through effort.
Maybe we were looking at it all wrong. We feared failing, but they embraced the climb.
It's not about being the best, it's about being better than who we were yesterday.
Well done, kids. This is exactly what I wanted you all to learn. In the heart of every striving soul lies the seed of perfection, not in trophies or titles, but in efforts made sacred by sincerity. As Sri Aurobindo wrote, that perfection isn't just a gift of chance, but the patient building of the soul. So let us put one effort at a time, a greater self, and through that, a greater Bharat.
My dear children, you have offered me wisdom, strength, harmony, and purity of efforts. Today, you have not only remembered my path, but you have illuminated the path of future. I ask for only one promise. Let your thoughts carry wisdom, your steps carry courage, your heart holds harmony, and your actions reflect purity of devotion. These four pillars shall build a radiant and resurgent India. Jai Hind!
Jai Hind!
These are not just idols, but they are the very breath of a nation, this time for greatness. Let the sage become our prayer and let the stage become our prayer and this performance as promised to Mother India.
From seeking minds to courageous hands, united hearts to striving souls, we have went through Bharat's four eternal pillars: wisdom, strength, harmony, and perfection. And now, as a final tribute, we do not offer words but movement, a rhythmic sensation which provides the essence of these four divine paths, presenting the soul of Sri Aurobindo in every Indian heart.
इतिहास का मैं आईना हूं, तहजीब का रंग सुनहरा हूं।
And with that, dear audience, we come to the end of our journey.
A journey to the voices, values, and visions that makes our heart and our nation stronger.
But before we say goodbye, it's time to express our gratitude. Gratitude towards the divine power uh, that helps, that gives us strength to do work.
A special and humble thank you to our respected principal, ma'am. Ma'am, your gracious presence has truly added meaning and inspiration in our efforts. Ma'am, your constant support and encouragement motivates us to do the best in what we do. A warm thank you to all the teachers who helped and guided us in this journey.
Especially Gitka ma'am and Ankita ma'am. Thank you for your guidance, your patience, your creativity. And yes, for all those uh, loving scoldings came with deep that came with deep care and concern.
Your
We
support,
know it it was all for the best.
your support turned our nervousness into confidence and our practice into performance.
A big thank you to our wonderful technical team, Parnika, Arnika, and Athar, for handling the presentations, managing the sound, and setting the perfect mood with music.
To our dear parents, thank you for giving your time, your support, and your endless encouragement. Your presence means the world to us. Now, I would like to invite Gitika ma'am to say a few words.
Vande Matram all. Thank you so much to everyone present here. Well, today's presentation, dear parents, was not a normal presentation which we do every year. It was different. Different because it was a loving challenge given by our respected principal ma'am to all of us. The challenge to think bigger, rise higher, and to go beyond the boundaries of classroom learning. The motivational speeches that you heard, dear parents, were not just the random performances, but they were carefully chosen voices of India's greatest personalities who imbibe the spirit of excellence and service to the nation. From the depth of my heart, I would like to thank our dearest Neha ma'am and Deepthi ma'am for their unwavering support and guidance. Your motivation and encouragement has always made us feel that we were going in the right direction. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are honored. Next, our dear co teachers. Because of them, we were able to present what we did today. Thank you for everything. I would like to thank Nidhi ma'am, Naila ma'am, Dhananjay sir, and Divan sir. And Ankita ma'am, thank you so much. It was really nice working with you. My dear students, you have also faced this challenge with great determination, team spirit, and creativity. Hats off to you all. I'm really proud of each one of you. You all did your best, and my blessings are always with you. God bless you. Finally, our respected principal, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for believing in us and giving us a reason to rise. With folded arms and hopeful heart, I sincerely wish we lived up to your expectations, ma'am. Thank you so much. In the end, I would just like to say let this performance not be the end, rather, a beginning of a deeper journey of learning and growing. Thank you. Jai Hind. Thank you. Now, please, may I invite Ankita ma'am to say a few words.
Vande Matram, everyone. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected principal ma'am for giving me the opportunity to build a bond with my dear students while preparing for this class presentation. It was a delightful experience of mutual sharing, caring, combined with laughter and hard work. I would like to I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the support staff who are always ready to help us. I am thankful to dear parents whose constant support, trust, and their time they gave to us is very valuable. And a special thanks to my dear students, their willingness to transform and present whatever they did with their open heart and happy heart, made this day a truly special one. Thank you, Gitika ma'am, for your support and coordination. Thank you, everyone. Now, I would request our respected principal ma'am to come here and to share her thoughts with us.
Thank you so much, Gitika ma'am and Ankita ma'am. Vande Mataram, parents, children, and my dear teachers. So, this is time for you to express your views because many of you must have been seeing these presentations for years. I'm sure there is someone who's seen 4 or 5 presentations, and each year children do come up with good things. But this year we tried to change the character, and that was my reason for thanking both my teachers, Gitika ma'am and Ankita ma'am, because it is not easy to present speeches on stage. Usually we associate speeches, we don't associate them with lessons, we associate them with boredom. Well, we want to change that perception, and you've led the children so well that you've actually changed that perception. So I look more towards the lessons that children have learned today. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed doing that, Ankita ma'am. It's for the first time you've done. Thank you for what you are. Yes, parents, it's time for you to speak. Any of the parents? We don't have too many parents. Children, I don't think you have a hold on your parents. You've not invited them. Yes, ma'am.
Vande Mataram, ma'am. Yes, you are right. I'm seeing this presentation from LKG as my kid, Kavish Agrawal. He is here from LKG only. And every time when I visit here, I see like he is getting more confident just because of teachers and everyone who is doing their best to making my child and every child to bring out their best. And the most important thing I love today is the kid who just forgot his words or speech, whatever. He is not left over. I love you, ma'am, for that. The way you are making me understand that this is not just a presentation. People like बच्चे डर जाते हैं, हम भी डरते थे. सब लोगों को लगता है there is a stage fear, but I've seen this in Jaipuria that if each and every child is getting an opportunity to come on the stage and to present themselves, which is making them more confident and more presenting. I must say that because Kavish was very shy in early way stage, but today I see how like responsibly he is doing everything with his friends and supporting everyone. Every time he comes to me and tell me the story कि मम्मा आज ऐसा हुआ, इस फ्रेंड ने हेल्प की, मम्मा आज ऐसा हुआ, आज मैम ने हम लोगों को समझाया. तो थैंक यू सो मच मैम, ईच एंड एवरीवन, स्पेशली Gitika ma'am and all the teachers for being there for them, and for every time if they are doing something wrong, then telling them that this is the right way to do the things, and when they are doing right things, for appreciating them and for making them more confident. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words. And by the way, children, forgetting is not wrong. All right? Walk on the stage with confidence. If you forget, it's absolutely fine. Just say, I'm sorry. I'll revise my lines at home and come back. But you must say that closing sentence. That's very important. I forgot my first speech when I was in grade 3. And it's okay. You don't have to feel underconfident because you forgot. That's absolutely fine. All of us forget. It's just that if you forget, you skip that line and move on to the next line. So these are things which you must learn. And that is what we are trying to do. You should have your thoughts in your head so that forgetting a line does not matter to you. Make them a part of you. Yes. Any other parent?
Vande Mataram, ma'am. Vande Mataram, everyone. This is my first time I am seeing such kind of show. Actually, my son took admission in April last week. So, like, this show was like what we used to hear from our fathers, grandfathers. This is what I could see on the stage. Ma'am, I must say hats off to you. शायद आपने अपने टाइम पे या अपने लाइक जो एल्डर्स हैं उनका देखा होगा, तो वो जैसे बताते थे कि मतलब जो फ्रीडम फाइटर्स पे हम लोग एक्ट करते थे, हम लोग नुक्कड़ नाटक करते थे, तो दैट कुड आई कैन सी। तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि लाइक बच्चों के अंदर वो चीज़ आई, वो वर्ड्स आएंगे, वो थॉट्स आएंगे। तो इट वाज ब्रिलियंट, I must say. I was just mesmerized. And thanks to the teachers who took so much efforts and पढ़ाई के साथ साथ इतना कुछ manage करना, Ankita ma'am and all the teachers. Thanks to all of you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am. पीछे Shalini. हाँ. Yes,
Vande
sir.
Mataram, ma'am.
Vande
I am very thankful to you and all the teachers for giving such opportunity to children. I have been coming to these class presentations since so many years. I think right from beginning from class 1, now in class 7. This year it was a different one. And the motivational speeches, definitely they are going to show them light in future also. And this presenting something on a stage will give them an opportunity to face the real world problems and real world audience also. So, and apart from other things, such presentation breaks the monotony of their studies, only study and study. And I have seen my son, he was very much excited after coming to home, and he used to explain what happened, how the practice was going on, everything. So I would like to thank to you and all teachers for giving such a good guidance and showing them the actually what is required in future, because everybody can study books, they can read, they can write everything, but these are the real guidance to all the students, children. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and I must appreciate you. Who's your child? Who's your child? Okay, sitting with you. Glad. Sit down. So I must appreciate you and thank you for sparing time for your child and listening to him and being a part of his excitement. That was such a beautiful thing to hear, because many children come here and they feel that their parents don't have the time to listen. So that is why my regards to you for saying that your son was excited and he shared things. Beautiful relation, keep nurturing it this way. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Very good morning to all of you. Vande Mataram. I'm very mesmerized with all the presentation that happened on stage today. I'm very thankful to the teachers who are behind this presentation, because the confidence that you people are boosting in your students and our kids, it's uncomparable. Gitika ma'am, I'm so much thankful to you for encouraging Kartikeya to come up on stage and giving him a chance, because this is my first presentation. My child took admission last year only, and the transformation, the motivation that you people are bringing in students is uncomparable. So I'm very thankful to you all for your efforts and the motivation that you are giving the students. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for walking the journey with us. If you were not doing this, we would not have reached here. It's that your support, and you were the first teacher of your child. You brought him to this level that he accepts what the teacher says. That's also not easy. It doesn't come easy with children. So thank you for raising him in such a manner that he learns. He's a learner. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone, and Vande Mataram. Ma'am, what you said, you are absolutely right. Even I have witnessed this forum concept, not from this side, but from there. I'm an ex-Jaipurian, and I passed out recently. In 3 years back, it's not very recent, but uh, the way I'm standing here and speaking, it's all because of you. I've seen you bringing children up there, bringing me there. I was also one of them who forgot her speeches once, and you made me sit with you, and then you told me to go up there, and I went again. And thank you so much. all of things have changed, and but I still have those memories. And thank you so much for making me so confident enough to speak in front of so many people whom I have never met and I would never meet again. But thank you so much, ma'am. It was a wonderful memory to be in Jaipuria. Thank you so
Proud
much.
of you. Very, very proud of you. We're very proud of our alumni and thank you for maintaining that legacy. Beautiful.
Hi, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. And first of all, heartiest congratulations to all the teachers and those beautiful children out there for putting up such a beautiful show. And as you rightly said, ma'am, it's not easy to portray speeches, to get that passion, that enthusiasm, and convey it to the audience. But my heartiest congratulations to everyone who participated and helped them participate, that they were able to beautifully put their points across to us. Those beautiful fillers with AI versus AI that were really comical, not just comical, but with a deep message. So beautifully portrayed, those dances, the yoga, everything very, very beautifully coordinated. And those little slip ins, I think the way it was handled, that speaks a lot. So, not just what you portray on the stage, but what really happens in between and how you handle those little failures. That is what are the true lessons which probably these kids pick up. They may forget the speech, but they may always remember how they were treated when they slipped. So I think that's really beautifully handled by all of you. My heartfelt thanks to the entire staff. My son, Vihan Mehrotra, he's been participating for last 4 years, and I've seen him grow and his confidence take wings when he comes on the stage. So thank you so much, Geetika ma'am. Thank you so much, Principal ma'am, and everyone. And my heartiest congratulations once again.
Thank you. I think there are more parents from Geetika ma'am's class. Ankita ma'am is feeling left out. Any parent who would like to say something? Anyone who's from her class? This is her first presentation in the school, right? Yes. Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone, and Vande Mataram to everyone. Ma'am, my daughter is in 7C. She's sitting here, Pravi Mehrotra. I've seen her since last year. She has started performing in musical concerts and on the stage, doing skits. Today, she was doing Savitri Phule. It was done very nicely, not only by her, by all the children presented on the stage. Uh, Everyone has said all the good things, and even I started doing the same. But I wanted to know from you, have some words, how we are going to be, you as an institution is going to handle the technology part or the technology push which is which is coming from back. It's not just the heat on the corporate side which is being handled or being faced. It is, I believe, because there are statements there are alumni and IITians and all the scientists. They are saying that there are certain jobs which are going to be automated very soon, and it's not far away. It is 2030. So I've heard that teachers also, or the teaching line also, will be automated. So how Jaipuria as an institution is going to take that and gel into the studies, so that when these children who are into 6th, 7th standard or 12th standard, when they face the technology or the job market there, they go that same confidence what they showed on the podium.
Big question, and thank you so much for raising that question. That's a very important question for all of us. Teachers, why don't you sit? Please sit. Your kids will not talk. Please sit down. So, is there any parent who feels the same? Any of the parents? I'll answer the question, but before that, how many of you feel that technology, God knows where is it going to take us, in which direction? How many parents feel that? For how many of you it's a concern? And children, for how many of you it is a concern? Okay. Now, so put your hands down. You've made my job very easy by asking that question so that what I'm going to say will not appear as a speech. Uh, Children, what are the values that were there in today's presentation? From the speeches, which values did you pick up? Any one of you? Please raise your hand and speak. Shailendra, piche.
We learned we learned values of courage by Sam Manekshaw. We also learned that mistakes can happen.
Okay, fair. Yes, thank you, beta. Yes, child, this girl. There's a boy there in the corner. Have you raised your hand or you've just put the arms up? Yes.
So I think from all the speeches we learn courage, perseverance, and that all genders are equal, no gender inequality is there.
Courage, and there should not be any gender bias. All genders are equal. Okay. Yes. Why is it that only girls are speaking? Boys, you didn't pick up any value. Yes.
In this presentation, we learned confidence, courage, and failures are opportunities which makes ourselves better, and we should face stage fears because they make a better version of ourselves.
Very beautiful. Okay. Yes. There's one boy there. That is going to be the last response.
I learned that it is just not only about courage and bravery, it is about that there is no failure, it is feedback.
Yes, there's no failure. It is feedback. Now, yes, you feel like clapping? Please clap for him. What did Sarojini Naidu say? One of you came here and she said something which aligns with what your school does. What did she say? The girl who was Sarojini Naidu, somebody who recited that speech. Okay. She said a very beautiful thing, and that was deeper principles are love and faith. And when you go through those speeches, children, the way you were speaking, Sam Manekshaw spoke about the courage that comes from within. Modi ji spoke about that. Now, when you are connected within, then at every age and in every situation, answers will be there. So, number one, answering your question is we are giving these values to children. We are not talking only of honesty and sincerity. We are talking of deeper things, much, much deeper. Let failure be a lesson to learn. Do not say, I have failed. Just say that I learned something more today. And there was one lesson from one of the speeches where somebody said, I've forgotten the name, that chase learning, not wisdom. So if children chase learning, there is no reason why they will not be relevant, irrespective of technology. There was another thing which was said, that education is power. So what kind of education? That was your question. Indira Nooyi said, passion for excellence, learn, unlearn, learn. Now, our reason for bringing these speeches into our curriculum is we call this project Reflections, because we want children to step out of the technology that they are seeing all around them. Looking at those Insta reels, instead of that, they do something more worthwhile, that which is going to make them strong. Now, when they learn these speeches, somewhere it triggers a good feeling in them. And gradually that feeling takes them to their own thought process. That is how the thought process develops. If a child listens to this line, learn, unlearn, learn, do you think this line will ever leave the child? It will trigger the child to do something. If the child is not able to achieve anything, the child will definitely take himself or herself into unlearning and then relearning to become more relevant. When it comes to technology, people are saying so many things, but somewhere artificial intelligence is also hyped beyond measure. However, it's very essential for our children to understand it, but understand not only the pros, also understand the cons. The process has already begun. They are being trained to use these things. As they grow, they will get into debates where 30 minutes will be given to use ChatGPT and prepare, and 30 minutes without it, so that they can arrive at that which ChatGPT cannot offer, which technology will not be offered. Those two humorous skits that you saw, Nanima and Dadima, they were brought for a purpose, that children understand technology is essential. It is our life now. We have to learn. But how we have to conduct ourselves in that technology is also something that we need to discern. And that is possible only if we maintain our relations with our roots. If you maintain your relations with your roots, time and again it is being said that compassion, gratitude, these are values which Chat GPT cannot give. Children have to reach that stage where they write a gratitude note themselves. If they go on ChatGPT and write a note, then they have to see whether the note expresses their feeling or not. If not, then those 7, 8, 10 words coming from the heart will definitely have more power than the words from ChatGPT, because the other person knows how profound those words may look, but they do not have that feeling because they are mechanical. Coming to the conclusion, we are preparing them for technology by throwing them into MindSpark. You know that we've started Logic Kids. You know that we are doing competitions. We have online as well as offline competitions. And here, the role of a parent is very, very important to prepare them for technology sensibly, that when you are doing these things, it is to exceed yourself, it is to become contemporary, it is to remain relevant, but to understand that this technology is meant for you to grow to that level. And then also set a time to withdraw from it, so that whatever you are picking up from there, reflect on it and then make it a part of you, whatever you want. Number one. Number two lesson that we are trying to bring into their lives is that the way you do technology and the way you comment, try to reserve your reactions. Technology is making them very reactive, and reaction will not take you anywhere. Response will bring you success, reaction will only cause strife inside. सड़क पे जब कुछ होता है, एक थोड़ी सी गाड़ी किसी की ज़रा सी छू जाती है, तो इमिजिएटली लोग गाड़ी खोल के बाहर आते हैं. दिमाग में ये है कि लड़ाई करनी है, रिएक्ट करना है. अगर रिस्पॉन्स होता तो शायद ये कहते साइड पे लगा लीजिए, बाहर निकल के बात करते हैं, पीछे 20 लोगों की गाड़ियां रुकी हुई हैं. लेकिन हम लोग शायद उस तरीके से सोचना नहीं चाहते. हम लोग ये सोचते हैं कि अभी हमारा अधिकार है, उसने मेरी गाड़ी को क्यों स्क्रैच किया. अब इसमें अगर ज़रा सा एम्पथाइज करें और ये सोचें कि कल हम भी किसी को कर सकते हैं, और ये रिएक्शन हम चाहते हैं कि नहीं चाहते. So we have to give those thoughts to our children through our own discipline, through our own learning, through our own behavior, and adults have to do that. They have to learn to handle situations, respond to situations after reflection, and not react to every situation. When they start responding, then this is the second lesson. They will be able to embrace that technology. Jobs will not be replaced, new jobs will be created. But those jobs, arriving at those jobs, taking them or not, is something which a child can learn only if the habit is reflection, if the habit is not reacting and getting frustrated, if the habit is responding and thinking calmly. There is a tool that has been given. Spend 2 minutes in silence and then decide what you want to do. And the most important thing, if you want your children to be future ready and to prepare themselves, leaving technology, not sensible, learn technology as a parent so that you know what are the adverse effects, what are the wrongs that a child can indulge in. Keep a very vigilant eye. Do not trust your children beyond a certain limit. Every child is very good, but if you come to know something, try to find the truth. If you have built that relation, the child will learn technology, embrace technology, to use it to his advantage, but not to lower his consciousness, so that the child does not get into those wrongs, and set a limit. So now when you set a limit, you also set a limit for him to use technology and also to learn technology. Then the last bit is courage. Now if you have all these skills, you are technology rich, but you are intelligent enough to know where to use and where not to use, and you have the courage to take a decision when your job is such that you fear I will lose it. There are two skills that are being given. One is courage, the other is unlearn what you've learned. Make yourself relevant so that you can get into the other thing. Yes, this is a fact. People are losing jobs, but this is also a fact. People are finding jobs and they are being paid more and more. Who thought 10 years back, did anyone think there'll be a concept of work from home? No one thought. Is there anyone here, any of the parents who works from home? Anyone? Your husband. Is discipline required in that or not? Extreme discipline is required. But if you do not develop the skill of discipline, do you think you will remain relevant and you'll be enjoying that work from home? No, you'll be questioned and you will lose the job. So, on one side, you will have privileges, on the other side, you will be questioned. And to answer those questions, you have to just connect with your deeper self. That deeper self will tell you, ये 2 साल के बाद शायद ये चीज़ नहीं होगी, अभी कुछ और करना शुरू कर दो, लर्न करो, change karo. So it is, changes will keep happening. It's just that it is technology. In the past, there were other things. COVID happened. Did anyone think teachers would become so smart that they will use Zoom and do the classes? No, they learned. Did we ever think the parent will also try to log into Zoom? Did we ever think the parent will start? We were so conventional. We've always wanted school diaries. Now, if you continue with school diaries and you leave the apps, will the world function? No. So many parents, they're seeing everything on the app, but on the other hand, there are some who say that, no, you go back to diaries. It doesn't make sense. If we have to make the children relevant, we can't go back to diaries. Yes, we can give them a skill to control themselves, develop that self-control, so that they do not misuse that opportunity to see the app, to find the homework, and in the name of that, they start doing something else. So for that, you will have to educate yourself. You will have to be more contemporary. At our end, for us, values are essential, making them learn and unlearn, having the courage, having the value of trying to get into new things, taking new initiatives. There'll be a lot of all these things. And everything that they do will have a technological component so that they learn more and more technology while preserving these human values. Okay, so I hope that will do the trick. Don't worry so much. Let them just be with themselves. Beyond a certain limit, don't push your children. Sometimes we ask too many questions. That's also not right. Okay. Yes. So now, Neha ma'am. Ma'am, please come here. Without you, this is not possible. We all know that. There has to be a person behind everything. And Neha ma'am is the headmistress who's behind all these things. Endlessly standing, looking at 21 presentations. It's not all that easy. Looking at 21 sections is not easy. and seeing whether the role is being performed or not. So, immense regards to you, Neha ma'am, for what you are. Do you want to say something? Anything that you felt in these presentations? There are some children whose speeches were not there, and I've written that. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Don't think that you will not learn the speeches. You have to learn all the speeches. I put all those numbers over here. So I'll talk to you about it later. Thank you so much, parents, for your gracious presence, for spending so much time, and love you, children, for what you've done today, and to the audience, as well as all the teachers who supported Neha ma'am and the teachers. Neha ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your appreciation and your kind words. I don't want to add too much, but it's not a tough job for me, let me tell you. It's just not tough for me because my teachers listen to me very beautifully. My kids, they listen to me. I just have to tell once, this has to be done, and they listen. So it has never been tough. It was a teamwork, a collaboration. Yes, motivation of our principal, Promni ma'am, was definitely there. This change of class presentation to project presentation was her vision, and I hope we have been able to like we could have. Thank you so much, and thank you parents for coming. And yes, as ma'am mentioned, I was expecting more parents, and the other three sections were having their presentation tomorrow. I expect more parents to be there in the audience. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, parents. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our respective principal ma'am and Neha ma'am, for inspiring words and encouragement, and for making this presentation even more special with your presence. Now, please let us all stand by for the Jaipuria anthem, followed by the national anthem.
We have music and fly, look at the world in the eye. We have a heart that is kind and a wise open mind. We are strong and the glory are ready to explore. We're the house of the sound, building up our strength. We unite in harmony, go all out for perfection. We are the Jaipureans. We are the Jaipureans. We are the Jaipureans. Air of life that we seek is to live with conscious, we be instruments of the Lord's experience. If we're not treading love on the line, we should find to the high. We're the hours of the tomb, building up our strength. We unite in harmony, no love for perfection. We are the Jaipureans. We are the Jaipureans. We are the Jaipureans. We'll be the change we sweep. We'll give a hand to the weak. We'll be the friends of friends. Preserve values and culture. We preserve strong in body and in mind. We'll leave a legacy behind. We're the house of wisdom, building up our strength. We unite in harmony, no love for perfection. We are the Jaipureans. We are the Jaipureans. We are the
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा चञ्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Children, I request you to please sit down and let the parents leave first. Thank you.